Are you going through a divorce or recently divorced and you have children of driving age? Well, there's a couple of things you want to be thinking about as you're looking at how you're separating the households and you're separating your auto policies. The biggest thing is going to be their personal injury protection and their medical coverage. Because with all the changes that the state did here the last few years, a resident relative is who gets covered under your auto policy for their medical needs. So if you have a child who is driving age and they are living with mom and maybe dad gets them on the weekends, in your custody agreement, it's going to say who, where those kids are at and what days they're supposed to be there. Well, if the kid gets into an auto accident, that's they're driving mom's car or they're driving dad's car, they're going to go and look at where that custody arrangement is supposed to be, and that's what the PIP is going to cover. But let's say you have older children. There is no custody agreement. They're, going to college. They're living at home. So if they're living with mom and they're not living with dad, they need to be covered on mom's policy. But let's say dad owns the vehicle, and so he's got the child covered over here. Well, he's not a resident relative. That medical's not going to follow him because he actually lives over here. So you need to talk to an insurance professional to make sure you have the right coverage, because even if dad owns the car, it should still be written at mom's location so that that policy has coverage for the medical of that child. So if you have that situation going on where you have drivers in your household and you're a divorced couple or getting ready to going through a divorce, let's have a conversation and make sure we get it covered properly, so there's no questions about where that medical coverage is going to come from that for that child, because that's the least thing you want to be worrying about if there's an injury, because the most important is going to be whether that child is okay. And we want to make you have that peace of mind that your child is going to be okay, and we're going to help take care of that.